Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Azim bin Azahir, and now I will give you a brief explanation of the introduction about noise pollution. First thing first, I would like to explain about the sound. Sound is a vibrations that travel through the air or another medium and can be heard when they reach a person's or animal's ear, and sound pressure level can be expressed in decibels. When an object vibrates, it causes slight changes in air pressure. This air pressure changes travel as waves through the air and produce sounds. Referring to the figure in the slide, basically this is the image where the drums is being hit by a stick. So basically the drum surface vibrates back and forth, and as it moves forward, it pushes the air in contact with the surface. This creates a positive pressure by compress the air. When the surface moves opposite, it creates a negative pressure by decompress the air. So the drum surface vibrates. It during as the drum surface vibrates, it creates alternating regions of higher and lower air pressure. This pressure variation travel through the air as sound waves. Next, so this is the noise. The noise is unwanted sound judged to be unpleasant, loud, or disruptive to hearing. Noise pollution is generally defined as regular exposure to elevated sound level that may lead to adverse effects in humans or other living organisms. Exposure for more than 8 hours to constant noise beyond 85 decibels may be hazardous. So basically, if the person works 8 hours daily in close proximity to a busy road or highway, they are very likely exposed to a traffic noise pollution around 85 decibels. So as a consequence, it is recommended noise level be kept below 65 decibels during the day, and indicates that restful sleep is impossible with nighttime ambient noise levels in excess of 30 decibels. Okay, so basically there are three types of noise, which are continuous, intermittent, and impulsive noise. So the continuous noise is the noise that is produced continuously, such as by machinery that keeps running without interruption. So this could come from factory equipment, engine noise, or heating and ventilation system. This type of noise can be measured for just a few minutes with a sound level meter to get a sufficient representation of the noise levels. Next type of noise is intermittent noise, which is the noise level that increases and decreases rapidly. This type of noise may be caused by a train passing by, factory equipment that operates in cycle, or also aircraft flying above house. This type of noise can be measured in a similar way as a continuous noise. However, the duration of each occurrence and the time between each one need to be identified. And finally, this is the impulsive noise. This type of noise is most associated with the construction and demolition industry, where it is sudden bursts that are fast and surprising. This type of noise commonly created by explosions or construction equipment, and also this type of noise can be measured by using sound level meter that can calculate the peak values of the sound level. So what is the sound level? What is the sound level meter? Sound level meter, or also called as SLM, is an instrument which is designed to measure sound level in a standardized way. It responds to sound approximately the same way as the human ear and gives objective, reproducible measurement of sound pressure levels. So basically, in this experiment that the group that we are conducting, decibel SLM was used to measure the noise for 1 minute at distance from 1 meter, 2 meter, and 3 meter respectively at 4 different sources. So what is a safe decibel for people? WHO estimates that billion young people worldwide could be at risk of hearing loss due to unsafe listening practices. Over 43 million people between the age of 12 to 35 years live with disabling hearing loss due to the different causes. And according to WHO, sound level less than 70 decibels are not damaging to living organisms, regardless of how long or consistent the exposure is. So referring to the figure, it will give you the instruction about the duration and the limit of the decibel that people can endure in the daily life. So this is the way to reduce the exposure. First thing, we need to use a plug which we believe can reduce the noise up to 5 to 45 decibels depending on the type of earplug. Second, we also can limit time that we spend and engage in noisy activities, as the duration of exposure is one of the key factors that contribute to hearing problems. And finally, we also can get a regular checkups to identify the onset of hearing loss at an early stage.